Hi everyone, it's Marina with Heart Centered Tarot. I know it's been a while, 2 weeks, maybe more than 2 weeks since I put out a video. But it's kind of hard to put one out when I'm not getting any questions and so on. So I have no idea what it is that you would like to hear or what it is that you would like me to read on. So, having said that, I hope that you will, in your comments, I hope that you will leave some questions and let me know what is of interest to you, and I can read on it. And also, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button because then that'll give you notifications when I do post a video. And obviously, it's not going to be ringing all the time right now. And I'm still trying to determine, I know that I want to have a schedule. I want to be able to say, I will be uploading video every Tuesday at 2 or, something along those lines. Until I get a little more comfortable with doing this, it's still a learning process for me. And until I have questions and things that come in. So I'm just going to give myself time. I'm not going to push myself and kind of get into anything like that. But I think probably in the near future, I'm hoping that within the next few weeks I will get myself down to a schedule, and we'll either do some readings or we'll receive some messages, or could be just you sitting where you are and me sitting where I am, and I'll be rambling about whatever, and then you can agree or disagree. anyway, one of the things that I sort of wanted to read on right now was it's a new month, and I'd like to know how the Trump family is doing. I anticipate that there's probably a lot of chit chat, a lot of comments, and like you'd never tell, right? Because you don't know what happened in my business and so on. But as I said in one of my previous videos, I think the most heart-wrenching part for Donald is going to be when Ivanka absolutely turns on him. And she will. She will. She learned at his knee, and she learned that you sacrifice whatever, whoever, whenever, and you protect yourself first. If that means that she sacrifices her marriage, she will do that. If it means that she sacrifices her father, she'll do that. She'll feel bad for a little bit, and then she will replace it with something else. And I think she's already started the transition. We're not hearing a lot from her. She's distancing herself. And I think during that time that we have not heard from her, I think the next time that we do hear, she will probably have a different tune, it's unfortunate. But you know what? When you build a family on shaky foundation, you can't expect anything but that each one is going to turn on the other. That's what they've grown up with. That's what they've learned. That's what they've been taught. So they are going to be true to character. None of them are going to really see this as a betrayal, as something that can shake the family apart and make it irretrievably broken. Each one, in their own way, when they turn on their father and turn on each other, will not see it as a selfish act. They will see it as something that was out of their hands. They had no choice. The evidence was there. I had to go along. They had me up against the wall. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But it is what it is. So, let's take a look at the cards and see what they have to say. I've got a candle burning and I'm just running the cards over the candle to kind of clear them a little bit. The other thing that I'm going to introduce you to is my bell. And just let the sound carry you and get rid of all the negative energy. Breathe in through the nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale through the mouth. There you go. Do that a few times, and I guarantee you'll feel a whole lot better. So, and actually this is not my bell, this is my singing bowl. But yeah, sometimes my mind leaves and goes on little holidays and it doesn't inform me ahead of time. So, you know, this was one of those. So let's ask the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot what it is that is coming up for the Trump family. And you know what? I think we'll start at the top. We'll start with Donald. And we'll just pull 3 cards and see what that gives us. And maybe we'll do each one in turn. Okay. Oh, yes. The 4 of Pentacles. The hanging on, the counting, counting your money, watching where everything is going. Yeah, Trump is in big trouble. He's got some massive bills that are going to be due and no way to pay them. Okay, the Ace of Cups. Much emotion. Much emotion. He will not say it to anyone. He will not admit it, but he is terrified. He is absolutely terrified. There is a part of him that in the wee hours of the morning, no matter what he tells himself the other 23 hours and 59 minutes, there are those little minuscule time events where he knows what he's up against. He knows it's over. He knows his business is going down. He knows that he's probably facing jail time. He knows that people are going to find out the truth about him. He was never a successful businessman. He was a grifter. He stole from people. And the only success that he ever had was the success that he imagined in his head. And let me say, for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, just in case. Oh, Temperance. Temperance. Looking around to see where he can find someone willing to help him out. You know, it's just, you know, it's only, I don't know, maybe a couple $2 billion, really. I mean, who doesn't have that kind of money just hanging around, right? So, yeah, it's just friends in high places, you know, give a guy a break and all that good stuff. It's not coming. It's not coming, you know. Him going out to ask friends for help now is the same as, let's say, the average person going to the bank for a loan. And oddly enough, before they will give you a loan, you have to prove that you don't need it. Made sense to someone, doesn't make sense to me, but that's the way it is. So, June is not going to be a good month. I think the indictments are coming down. I think he knows what's up ahead. And I think he knows that people are going to be falling by the wayside and they are going to start turning on him. And he's just looking around wondering who it is. So he's not going to expect from his family, because he would just assume that they would be absolutely loyal to him. Without question, they would be loyal to him. All right, we'll go with the next one down. We'll go with Ivanka. And I'm not going to ask anything on Melania. I think she is just waiting for the opportunity to get out of Dodge. She is counting the hours until she's able to squirrel away as much money as she can, and then she will just disappear. She'll just be gone. And I suspect her parents will as well. And don't be surprised if she goes back to Slovenia. I mean, why not? Where else is she gonna go? You can't hold her head up in the U.S. Different parts of Europe, you know, they hear American news. So, yeah. Who knows? Who knows? But let's see. Ivanka. Tell me, Ivanka, how is your June going? What do you have planned? Oh, the Three of Cups, Four of Cups, Three of Cups. Apparently, when my brain left, it took the math part of it too. All right, Three of Cups. Celebration. She is celebrating the fact that what is ahead of her is not going to be that bad. She is celebrating the fact that she did whatever she had to save herself. Not necessarily her husband or her in-laws or her children or her brothers or anybody else. She has managed to save herself. And she has done so at the expense of others. And she's okay with that. Six of Swords. Going away. Going from rocky waters to someplace safe. So I would imagine that she will be moving and she will be leaving the U.S. I strongly suspect that she will. Where they're going to go to, again, it's anybody's guess. I don't think that they would go to Israel, although that would probably be the likely choice. But with Netanyahu soon to be out of power, I don't know that that the new administration would be well disposed to having them there. So could be somewhere else. Maybe one of the Saudis. Dubai. Maybe Dubai. Oh. Mm-hmm. Nine of Swords. The interesting thing about the Eight of Swords is that this is something of your own making. This sort of feeling like you're I can't breathe. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything. I'm caught. I'm trapped. No, sweetheart. This is something that you did to yourself. Now you have to live with the consequences. And I think, she probably thinks that, yeah, if she moves locations, she goes somewhere else, that she's going to feel better, and things are they're going to look better. People are going to be more understanding, and so on. No, because no matter where you go, you take your personality with you, and people will know you by what you do. People will know you by how you treat them, what you say to them, how honest you are with them. None of us are really judged by the things that we have, or, let me put this another way. I have never attended a funeral where the eulogy contained a sentence like, Jack was a very, very hardworking man, never passed an opportunity to be in the office to make a buck. Never. I've been to funerals where people talk about Jack being a very responsible husband and father who was always there for his children, who would interrupt a meeting if his son or daughter called because they just got home from school and they wanted to tell him about their day. Jack was a great dad. That's what people remember you by. So, you want to make sure that whatever personality you're taking with you is one that you'd like discussed and talked about at your funeral. This is not good. All righty. Who shall we do next? I know. We'll do Don Jr. Don Jr., the child who, when he was born, Donald apparently said that he had misgivings about calling him Don Jr. because what if he turned out not to be smart? As a mother, I thought that was a very hurtful comment. As a human being, I think, whoa, really? Like, who's judging who here, Kettle meet pot. Pot, you met Kettle yet? So, anyway, Don Jr. Don Jr., what are you up to in June? Let's see. Okay, that Eight of Wands. Things are coming at him very, very quickly. It's like one thing after another. It's like the first man with the subpoena hasn't left the building when the second guy comes in and says, oh yeah, Donald Trump Jr., consider yourself served, or however they do it. So yeah, he is getting it from everywhere. And he too knows that the Trump organization is gone. It's gone. There's nothing there. They have lied so much about what the company has and where the assets lie. Everything has been mortgaged. Everything has been secured by loans that now that they won't be able to pay back, and of course, entertainment purposes only again, it's all going to be, repossessed, foreclosed on, taken. And what are you going to have? You're not going to have anything. So that's unfortunate. But you know what? Um, I'm not sure that I like the idea or go along with the idea that, well, you kind of have no choice because you were born into the family. I think on some level, yeah, probably not. You are going to be affected by your family. On another level, it's like I can see that when you're a child, when you can't make decisions on your own, when you're sort of at the mercy of the decisions that are being made by adults for you. But once you become an adult, then you've got to take ownership of the things that you do. Um, and this Eight of Wands is, yeah, taking ownership. Like, it's not, well, Daddy made me. Did he hold a gun to your head? No, he didn't. Yet you could have at any time said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. I'm walking away from this. I don't want to be in the family business, and I'm out of here. But you're left without the money and the prestige. And unfortunately, those are the things that you found important. So, what do we have next? Oh boy, oh boy. Six of Coins. He too is kind of waiting and hoping that someone is going to come to his aid. Someone is going to be able to help him out, to understand his situation. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I heard it reported today that Don Jr. apparently signed up with Cameo and is renting himself out starting at $525. Now, for those of you who don't know what Cameo is, it's a site where you can go, particularly if you're semi-famous or famous, and have people buy your service for an hour or two. And you can, if George Clooney was on there, okay, you could hire George Clooney to call your mother and wish her happy birthday. And he would. You could, your father's greatest football hero, whoever that might be, you can get them to, call your dad, wish him happy birthday, or wish him happy anniversary, or say, hey, glad you retired, come join us on the golf course, that kind of thing. So Don Jr. is going to be renting himself out at $525, I don't know, a session, an hour, or whatever that might be. He really, really needs the cash. He really needs the money. So, yeah, when I said with those wands, they're coming from everywhere, they are. Every single minute of every day, his legal bills increase. And he has to find a way to pay them. And there really isn't. And Judgment. No. Judgment. He's going to answer for the things that he has done, for the things that he has been complicit in. He will face judgment, and he will be judged. And, rightly so. I would, there's part of my heart that feels bad. And yet at the same time, it's actions have consequences. And I'm sure that somewhere along the way, someone might have mentioned that to you. These are things that you chose to do. So now you live with the consequences. Alrighty. Who do we have next? We have Eric. Oh, poor Eric. Poor Eric. I just get the feeling that, Eric has been discounted on so many levels by so many people. Made to feel like he's not really part of the family. It's just, that's kind of like my brother Daryl. Oh yeah, this is my other brother Daryl. So, yeah, he has tried very, very hard to be part of the family, and I think he's always felt kind of as an outsider in there. So, Eric, what are you going to do? What have you done? The Chariot. Taken action. Action that is swift. And action that is decisive. Right? You notice the two lines that are there. One is going in one direction, one is going in the other direction. So he's made a choice. He has made a choice. And what are you doing? Yeah, the Ace of Wands. He has talked and talked and talked. And when he finished talking, he talked a little more. This wasn't so much for him a deposition of what happened as much as it was a catharsis, a cleansing of the soul. Yeah, I'll tell you what you want to know. Anything you want to know. I know who was there. This is what was discussed. These are the records. You'll find the phone calls listed here. Yeah. And then do you want to hear when I was 5 years old and on my birthday? That's what he's doing. He's just been so mistreated that this is almost feels like a relief for him. Almost like a relief. King of Cups. The emotion. His cup runneth over with emotion. And it may be emotion for what he never had, emotion for the family, emotion for his father, but he's done. He's done. I don't think that Eric will ever want to be part of the Trump family once this is done. So, that's rather interesting. And, okay, who do we have? You know what? Like I said, no, I don't want to read on Melania. That's just, it's just not a good energy for me. Similarly, yeah, Jared Kushner, same thing. He just kind of reminds me of a little lizard. Yeah, yeah, and not a cute one either. So, um, yeah, that's that. I think again, it's going to be very very challenging. I do think that probably within the next month or two, we are really going to start to see movement um, with um, with New York State and the District Attorney's Office and the Department of Justice and everybody. I think this is kind of the quiet before the storm, where everybody is gathering together, lining up their ducks, so that when the Eight of Wands descend, it's going to be fast, it's going to be quick, and we are going to find out things that will just shock, absolutely shock. I don't think that we know 10% of what they have done. So, as I think it was Betty Davis who said in one of her movies, something to the effect of buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So, until I see you again, take care, be good. Don't forget to please send me your questions and your comments. And, let me know what you're interested in reading. I'm just kind of going by general consensus out there. If you'd like to know something a little more specific, let me know. Let me know. Anyway, have a super rest of the day. Have a super week. Enjoy the summer. And I will chat with you soon. Take care until we play again.